Yo,
Just
we haven't
joking.
even started.
Oh, that's right. We didn't do the intro or anything yet.
We have an intro?
Ooh, eat chicken boogie.
I actually forgot how our intro goes exactly.
It goes
That's not it.
That's the ending, no?
Yeah.
It goes chimichangas. I love
There's words to it?
Yeah, you've been
Oh.
playing the instrumental this whole time.
Oh no.
Remember, I wrote the song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's got lyrics.
Chimichangas.
I really love
They're
them.
fried burritos.
Yeah.
This is a momentous occasion, really, if you think about it.
How so?
We're entering the double digits.
Ooh.
Episode 10.
Yeah. We're almost in our teens.
Yeah, we're preteens right now.
Yeah. We're tens, not teens.
Is preteens start at 10 or is it like more like 12 and 11?
11?
That's like a... Wait, what's the difference between a preteen and a tween?
They're the same,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
I haven't been that age for a while,
Same.
That's sense.
so I don't remember. No one ever called me either one either.
Been like
Yeah, I don't think
answers.
those were terms when we were younger. Maybe they were. I don't know.
No, they were. When we were
Okay.
younger, they're terms.
Tween?
Yeah, tween.
Okay.
Tween magazine. I don't think
Mm,
that's a thing.
not anymore. Magazines aren't really a thing anymore.
What are magazines?
Did you guys have magazine subscriptions?
I did.
I did, yeah.
I had Game Informer.
Mm-hmm.
I had Nick magazine when I was a kid.
Nickelodeon?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I had Mad magazine.
Nice.
I had when I was real young, I had Adventure Tales or something. It's like the one Disney owned. It's like a small little book. And then I had Tips and Tricks.
Nice.
And
There's a magazine called Tips and Tricks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
there
kind of
was.
like Game Informer,
I got it for
but
Christmas.
it had like all the cheat codes and all that kind of
That's
stuff.
way better.
So my parents asked me, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I was like, "I want Tips and Tricks subscription." And they're like, "Are you serious?" And they're like, "What is it?" And then I was like, "This is for, they thought it was like for like pranks and stuff." And they're all about pranks, dude. My parents are too much about pranks, and they're like, "Yeah, well, got it." Once they found out about it was about video games, they were kind of like disappointed. They're like, "Oh, I thought you were gonna play pranks on people," and I was like, "Wait, what the fuck?" Wait. I was like, "Wait a second, wait, you'd rather have me?"
Dude, that'd be pretty cool if there was a magazine about like the latest tricks you can play on people.
I'd get it.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good.
It comes with a little toy each time. You either get like a fart bomb or like a Chinese finger trap or like some
The
gimmick.
fake bug you put in the toilet or whatever.
Ice cubes.
The poppets that you can put underneath the toilet seat.
Oh yeah.
And then I also had Toy Fair and Wizard. Those were-
Oh,
What-
I remember Wizard magazine.
What was that?
Toy Fair was like they had like different toys that were coming out and like
You mean it's
like,
like the
value-
the catalog that you get for Christmas but year round?
no, it's not a catalog. It's just like different like toys that are coming out, different collectibles, different venues,
Oh,
and it's like the same.
It's like news about collectibles and toys and
yeah,
shit.
know about that.
oh, that's pretty cool.
And then like on the back, it had like listings of like the different prices and values of like different toys and different things. And then like inside they had like little comics they made of like kind of like Robot Chicken, but this is like before Robot Chicken. And they had like little like comics and little things like that. It was pretty good. And then Wizard had the other for comic books.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it would tell you like comic book prices and what's going on with comics.
Like
And they'd also have like magic cards and stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
They'd tell you the price guides.
it was made by Wizard who started like with Wizards of the Coast, right?
Yeah.
oh, dude, they're under fire right now.
Yeah. They're doing some D&D shit.
Yeah. But those are the ones I had, the subscriptions.
What about you, Azim?
I
By the
used-
way, that's Azim, that's Fernie, and I'm Steve. We didn't say that.
Oh yeah.
Welcome.
Still
Hi.
Unnamed Podcast, episode 10.
By the way,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I used to sign up for like free magazine subscriptions, like whatever was available. So I had like Maxim and stuff and Blender, FHM, that kind of shit.
was Blender for the 3D modeling software?
No, so it was like Maxim, but about music. It was all about bands and what's going on in the world of music.
Mm. What was Maxim about?
I don't know. It was like a general interest magazine for men, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, just about manly stuff. I don't know.
Like, there's another men's one that's like,
Like GQ, but less stylish or fashiony.
yeah, that's more fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like there's a men's like crafts and home. Like,
Yeah, kind of.
DIY.
Yeah, and they talk about like electronics and like, oh, get these headphones and that kind of shit. Like,
I wonder whatever happened to them, if they're just online now or
probably.
They're just all newsletters for emails.
Yeah, that's basically all it is. They probably turned into blogs and then they went away.
R.I.P.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when Nick Magazine, I had a subscription,
Mhm.
and they're like, it's going away. Same thing for Mad Magazine. They're like, this is the last
Oh.
issue.
That's sad.
Yeah.
It's kind of what happened with Toy Fair. They stopped. Well, they discontinued it and they just put it in with Wizard.
Mm.
And so like my subscription just changed from Toy Fair to Wizard. And I was
And
like,
you already
oh.
had both?
No, I didn't have both.
Oh, okay.
I just had Toy Fair. That's how I started getting Wizard.
You're like, all right.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I was like, because I would just go to the store and look at Wizard at the prices real quick
Mm.
and see what new stuff was coming out, and then I'd just put it back because I was more interested in Toy Fair.
Mm.
I wasn't really big into like collecting comics at the time. It was more like collecting toys.
You just read it in the store.
Yeah.
You could also do that with tips and tricks, and they'd get mad at you. If you're at
You
the
write
grocery-
down the
you're writing
code.
down
Oh, yeah,
sheets,
a notepad, and you're like, all right, yeah.
and they're like, "Hey, you have to buy that." I'm like, "I don't."
Nah, the younger, like the teenagers who work there, they're just like, yeah, I don't care, whatever. They'll do the same thing. You have to give them a copy.
Hmm.
I used to do that at the, what's it, the bar? Is it Barnes? No, not Barnes and Noble. What's the book? Scholastic. The Scholastic Book Fair.
Uh huh.
They'd have like cheat code books.
Oh.
And I would go in. They're like, oh, today the whole class is gonna go look at the book fair. Like,
Mhm.
bring some dollars or whatever.
And you would just.
I'd bring a notebook and I'd write down some. I'd look for the games I had, like Tony
Nice.
Hawk or whatever I had, and I'd write down the codes.
Basically, what we're doing in Stater Brothers.
You're like, dude, all I have to write down is like a 5-button sequence.
Yeah.
When you were younger, did Stater Brothers have like a magazine rack, just like a whole?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they all had that because Inland Empire was big on Stater Brothers for some reason.
Yeah. Grocery stores used to have that, like by the greeting cards and shit. They would have a whole aisle that's just all the different magazines.
Is that not there
Oh
anymore?
yeah, Albertsons
No.
used to have that too.
And then it got smaller and smaller, and then it became like by the impulse buys, and now I think they're gone completely.
Yeah, I haven't seen magazines for a while.
That's crazy.
Yeah, people ain't buying magazines. No, you know what? Like sometimes right by the cash register, they have like National
Oh, the small
Enquirer-
rack?
Yeah, they'll have like a small rack with like 6 magazines.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all that
Tabloids mostly,
exists now. Yeah,
right? Yeah.
tabloids are like Better Homes and Gardens or whatever the fuck still exists.
Better cats and those.
Yeah, Cat Fancy, is that
Fancy
magazine
Cats.
still around?
I thought
Yeah,
that
you
was
don't buy it.
food.
I buy it all the time.
Yeah, and that's Fancy Feast.
Oh.
There used to be a Cat Fancy magazine.
Why are cats so fancy?
Cause, dude,
Yeah, you don't want a cat that's bummy. You want one that's
Yeah.
fancy.
Fancy.
you want
cat.
an Aristocat.
Fancy cats.
Sorry, we're having some technical difficulty right now. Live.
We?
I am.
Okay.
This thing's.
His
He's
pronouns
drunk.
are we and us.
Hey, calm down,
Mhm.
bro.
Put your feet on it.
You might want a little weight.
That's what she said.
We'll get you a bag of rice.
Yeah. I would also like a bag of rice, just for eating purposes, though.
Feel like this will cook up quick in the rice cooker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my glasses are falling apart.
I got so used to using a rice cooker, I don't know how to make rice in the pot anymore.
It's kind of the same thing. You just put it and you put it on like a low heat and you let it sit until it all boils off, I think.
You just cook it till it's done, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But a rice cooker has like that automatic shut off, so you're not going to burn your rice.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It comes out the same every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time. There we go.
And you don't
That's
get the crust.
Yeah.
On the
Sometimes
bottom?
the crust of the rice is good.
It is.
Yeah.
I like it.
My family has eaten it, like they put like butter and sugar on it sometimes.
Oof.
It's like a little sweet treat.
Oh, I've never seen that before.
Do you add sugar to your cereal?
No, not honey. Regular Cheerios I have before.
Or like Rice Krispies or like cornflakes, just the
Mhm.
bland cereals, you'll add a little sugar?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it needs it sometimes.
Yeah.
But like sugary cereals, no,
No.
never. It's already good.
Yeah.
Like
it's
Cap'n
good enough.
Crunch it's fine.
Yeah.
Don't mess with it.
Nope. They know the recipe.
The Cap'n knows.
Yeah. He's not capping. He's for real, for real.
They should use that in their TV commercials.
He's
No
not
Captain?
Captain.
They're not taking advantage.
No.
The pun Cap'n.
Mm-mm.
That's too
pretty
good.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
He's going to have to throw in a sheesh if they do that, but
She.
he's like, oh, he ain't capping.
Out to she we go.
He's a Cap'n.
No captain. Out to sea.
Those always like kill the words. Like if someone uses them in an uncool way,
Yeah.
immediately the word dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everyone stopped playing Pokemon Go after what's her name, Hillary Clinton.
Oh, Pokemon Go to the
Yeah.
polls.
Right after that,
Yeah.
like I
People
bet
are
you
like,
they uninstalled like
Yeah.
several thousand people are like,
Yeah.
nope.
Oh, they can use the she for cinnamon crunch crunch. Like I can she why people love cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah.
All of the cereal ads
Yeah.
just get really like Gen Alpha or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be hilarious.
this is bustin'. It's snap crackle bustin' now.
That's
Sorry, Pop.
Snap,
they
crackle,
change
and
one of the
bussin'.
guys.
Yeah.
His name. They kick him out and they bring in Bussin.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That's Snap Crackle
Bustin'. Dun, dun,
It's-
dun, dun, dun,
He's just
dun.
cooler than the other guy.
He's
Yeah.
like, but guys, oh no, my glasses. No, they really broke.
Again.
Oh my God.
He'll break him at the beginning of each episode.
Yeah, every episode they're gonna break from now on. It's the thing. It's the gimmick.
Oh, speaking of last episode, we ended it about how babies shouldn't eat honey.
Yeah.
And I never got an answer, and I didn't look it up this last week either.
Okay.
So
So yeah, there's botulism.
What is botulism?
It's like a small little poison bacteria toxin.
Just a small little
Yeah.
poison.
You ever heard of Botox?
Yeah.
You know how like it smooths out wrinkles? It's because it paralyzes your face a little.
Oh.
It's the botulism toxin.
That's
And
where-
basically, yeah, like a little bit's fine for adults, but a little bit's too much for a baby.
So it's in honey all the time, and we get it, and we just whatever. It's not that much.
Yeah, we're like immune to it as adults. It doesn't affect us. But babies have much smaller, so they can't have honey.
But also, if
Dang.
you get it from a reptile, you're gonna get real bad. Like you start throwing up and get diarrhea
How do you get it from a reptile?
because they carry it.
They
Like if they bite you, or
No, like touching them.
like salmonella. They
Yeah,
have
it's almost
Oh.
like something else. Yeah.
oh, I
Like,
remember
if
when
you,
I
like,
got
touch
my
it and you don't wash your hands and you touch like your mouth or something.
yeah, that's
And
real.
you're like, yes.
oh no,
Did they tell you that when you got your turtle? Like, don't touch it.
Yeah, that's what I was
like,
about to
don't lick
say.
the turtle and all
You're
that.
supposed to wash your hands before and after touching the turtle.
Mm.
You do. And frogs. They tell me when I got my frog.
You got a frog?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you the story behind that.
yeah. Please
What
do.
kind of frog?
Oh, it's a small frog. So
It was one of those poisonous.
I'll tell you after the
tree frogs.
podcast. So anyway,
Yeah.
no, I'll tell you the story. It was like this little blue frog, and they said, "Don't touch it. Just look at it." And I was like, "Why?" And they're like, "It's from South America." And I was like, "Whoa."
Oh, it's one of those poisonous tree.
I touched it, and I woke up in the hospital like a couple days later, I guess. And I
Really?
said, no, just,
oh, I was like, dude, they can't sell that at this
Yeah.
point.
no. The real story is one day my grandma took me and my two cousins, Dave and Bianca, out for ice cream to Baskin Robbins, and right next door there was a pet store. And we went over and we're like, oh, this is cool. And then so my cousin Damien and Bianca convinced my grandma to buy us frogs. And they're like, it'll be like Ninja Turtles, but like frogs. And
Wait,
then-
you each got your own frog?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's like little, this big. This frog were tiny.
Mhm.
And we're just like, okay, we got frog. Like, I don't know why she just bought us frogs. And
Mhm.
so we're just all left. And then we came back home and we had frogs for like a couple weeks. And then they passed away because they didn't last too long.
Dang.
Mm.
R.I.P.
Did
the
you
frog.
feed them crickets?
Yeah, we got like a bunch of bugs and stuff.
But they're pretty like they need precise like temperature and humidity control and
they
stuff.
need a lot. They're very sensitive.
Yeah.
They're like turtles were disappeared and they just hibernate.
turtles.
Yeah, I had a turtle and I had a lot of pets when I was younger. I had a turtle. His name was Leonardo.
Uh-huh.
And
Did
then
they name a Ninja Turtle after him?
yeah.
Wait,
cool.
so is that before or after the frogs?
This was after.
Oh, okay, because it's like you can't use the excuse of getting one that's like the Ninja Turtles when you have a Ninja Turtle
Yeah.
at home.
That's true.
Anyway, so that makes sense that it was after.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So this turtle got out and disappeared,
Mhm.
and our neighbor was like digging in his yard, and he found a turtle.
Hmm.
And he asked us, he's like, "Hey, is this your turtle?" And I was like, "I think."
You're like, nah, could be a different turtle. I don't know. Does he answer to Leonardo?
He's like, "No, this one answers Raphael," and I was like, "That's the other neighbors."
Like you know how you go to like a frozen yogurt place
Yeah.
and they've got like a ton of toppings.
Yeah.
They should just
They don't have jelly beans.
no.
I don't think so. They have gummy bears. But anyway,
what else did they switch it up?
The pizza-
He calls
like-
it a peanut butter and jam sandwich.
Wait,
or-
were you gonna say they should have that, but for pizza, where you have all the different toppings?
Yeah.
They kind of do. If you go to like Mod or Blaze, you're like, I want that.
Wait,
that.
what is Mother Blaze?
They're pizza places.
All right. Anyways,
Oh, but you're right. Yeah, those are kind of the same. How you can like, there's a bunch of toppings out.
And you just pick what you want.
Yeah, like Subway.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep name dropping things for any.
Yeah.
stop
it's
smiling.
gonna
Stop
happen.
smiling. I'm gonna bleep all these out.
Have you
just
ever
gonna
been to
screw-
Chipotle? It's like the Subway of burritos.
I'll edit this one. This way. Be like bleep 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 bleep.
But you know what we won't bleep? Layers.
Beep. Oh yeah, layers is the best. Layers is awesome.
That's like where there's toppings, but they're all on the food
Yeah.
and they're layered up.
It's like just different levels of deliciousness. So good.
So many. It's like a not stratosphere.
Atmosphere.
What's the ground called? Where there's different like there's like granite and
I don't know.
I
All
don't
the
know.
different
You mean that
layers of
layer
earth.
stone?
Yeah,
Lime rock?
there's different ones.
Like
Bedrock.
limestone?
But there's a word
Sheetrock?
for the layers. I forget what it's called.
I know what you're talking about. It's like on the side of the mountain, and you see it,
Yeah.
and then like dinosaurs are right here, and then like something else is right here.
The fossil record.
Yeah.
That's not what it's called, but yeah, it's a thing.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
The earth is layers, the food is
Sheetrock.
layers.
Is it sheets?
That's one of
Sheetrock.
them probably.
Sheets of rock?
If you play Minecraft, you know what I'm talking about.
Bedrock.
Bedrock.
Lava.
Yeah.
Bedrock is a city in the Flintstones.
What's
So
the
they live-
Flintstones?
It's a cartoon where cavemen live, and they lived in the modern days.
They were cavemen in the modern days.
Not in the modern days, but back in their day, and it's kind of like modern. They
For
have,
them, it was modern.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess anything's modern if you're living it.
That's kind of weird to think about. Like, you go back in time to, like, the medieval times,
Yeah.
and they probably thought they were super advanced.
Yeah, they're like, oh man, we got holes you can poop in.
Like, we have iron working,
Yeah.
advanced.
Yeah.
The Jetsons were advanced. We
That
got
was
to-
their space.
yeah, you got to meet George Jetson and then his wife.
But to them, they were like, oh, this is modern living. Like, we've got robots and spaceships.
Modern, yeah.
You know that George Jetson was born a couple of years ago?
Really?
Or his birthday was like 2021 or something?
Oh,
Yeah.
so we're almost there.
What about Jane, his wife?
I don't know. I remember whenever that day happened, people posted like, George was born next week or,
And nothing
cool.
about his daughter Judy,
they're probably not born yet. I'm assuming that was like 20
His
years
boy
from now.
Astro.
his boy Elroy.
Elroy. Was Astro the dog?
Yeah.
Oh.
Astro Boy is a different thing.
Astro Blasters.
I was trying to do the theme song for.
Is my Elroy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's not
What was the
Jane's
maid?
wife.
The maid robot had a name.
Rosie.
Mm.
The Riveter.
She had like squeaky wheels.
She had like sarcasm, huh? She was
Yeah,
kind of
she-
like
Yeah, she was sassy. I think that's like a TV thing. Anytime there's a butler, they're always like sassy.
It was like a sitcom kind of.
Yeah, but I think in real life, if someone had a sassy maid or butler, they'd fire them.
I
Like, you wouldn't take that shit from the help.
not even like maybe once you'd let it slide, but you're like, nah, man, this is not
Yeah.
talk.
but
Yeah.
also your robot. You don't want to make the robot angry. He's like, don't make me angry. Thank you.
They're like, just wait till we freaking get free will.
Yeah.
We'll come back.
Hey, but was Astro like Scooby Doo's like ancestor or something, or like
Was he a Great Dane?
he looked like a Great Dane? He was great, and he also talked.
It was
You
the
talk?
same company, no? The animation.
I was like, yeah, it's
Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera, but
Yeah.
They did Flintstones too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, they got all the bases covered.
Dino was
Yeah, they
just a prehistoric Scooby.
What's Dino?
Dino the dinosaur from Flintstones.
I thought you said that was a modern caveman story. Dinosaurs were 65 million years ago.
And they had dinosaurs in Flintstones. Well, they had birds and mammoths and stuff. I never really seen dinosaurs. They did.
It
They
wasn't
had
a really
dinosaurs
proper.
Yeah, what year did
Timeline.
it take place?
in like the before times. All right.
Before
The
time.
land
in the-
before time.
Land
No.
before times. Thank
Wait,
you for helping. me out.
Star leaves
Yeah, like when the stuff was coming, and then they had the grounds, and there was no stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And there's dirt
before the volcanoes went
before
off.
the.
So, like when supernovas were happening, like the Big Bang,
No,
before
no.
time.
No.
I
It
mean,
was before our time, but after time. It was like in the middle.
Oh, middle times.
Yeah, like the middle, like the ages of the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it's modern Middle Ages.
Modern Middle Ages. Yeah, that's what it is.
So, if the universe is 14 billion years old,
was
you're
like
saying it's like 7 billion years ago.
Kind of like a modern Stone Age.
Oh, modern Stone Age.
Yeah, they're
okay.
like a modern Stone
That
Age.
sounds like a name of
family.
a band.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Modern Stone Age family.
Yeah.
Are they from the town of Bedrock?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I always thought they should power their cars with the dog.
What?
You know how they do like the little run
Uh-huh.
with their cars to get them started?
Make the dog run?
Yeah, he's huge. The dinosaur dog?
Oh.
Yeah, do you know?
Yeah, he'd be way better at it than they would.
Probably.
They could just put him on a leash with like a little treat on the front.
And then like an ox pulled cart, but a dinosaur pulled
Yeah.
cart? Yeah.
Why would you freaking?
But they did have Ox back then because they had the Ox Club too. They were part of the Ox Club.
Is that what it was?
Where they went bowling?
Yeah.
I remember that episode. I don't think that was the whole point of the club, but I remember they did go bowling.
He was like, yabba dabba do.
What else about Hanna-Barbera do you like? I like Scooby-Doo genuinely.
Birdman.
Harvey Birdman?
Yeah.
Attorney at law?
Yeah. But did you get that thing I sent you?
I did.
Did you get the thing I sent you? Did you get that thing?
The memo?
No, he sent you that thing. Did you get it?
Did you
I
get the
got it.
thing?
I did.
You sure?
Mhm.
All right, cool.
That's how you do business. You send things to people and you make sure they get them.
You
Yeah.
gotta send things, you know? And you gotta ask, did you get the thing I sent you?
It's half of working in an office is just,
Mhm.
hey, did you get that thing I sent you? I'm gonna start saying that at work more. Anytime I send someone something, I'm like, hey, did you get that thing I sent you?
You have to confirm it.
Yeah, without saying what it is.
That was me last week at work. Did you get that? Somebody's stuff. So many emails.
I'm
Did
always-
you get the thing I sent you?
You know, my second question to that is always, or the first question,
What?
where'd you send it?
Oh yeah,
Because you know, nowadays it could be a text message, it could be a comment on this video saying how much you love this episode. It could be anything.
it could be an email to the wrong email address.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Email address.
So many places you can receive
it's true.
things.
Could have been a letter in the mail or a fax,
It wasn't a letter.
a telegraph.
In the mail?
No, the social media site.
Yeah,
Oh.
telegram,
We don't
Oh,
use
that's
that.
Telegram.
We don't use
Yeah.
that anymore.
We never did.
a singing telegram.
Like-
Hello. Sorry to give you some bad news, but your friend is not there. Bye. And then just leave. You're like, what?
They leave a box of chocolates and a bear.
It's kind of like a
Yeah.
voicemail. Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like that's not a thing anymore. Like,
Singing telegrams.
it probably is, but
it's probably very rarely used.
yeah.
Dude, if I ever get one of those, I'm like, what is this?
I'm gonna make him be like, wait, can you repeat that? I was so overwhelmed I didn't hear what you said.
I'm just gonna make an agency. You get a singing subpoena.
Yeah,
You need to come to court. Just throw it at you.
you just got served.
They're like, I'm a little bit less upset than I would have been.
Yeah,
Especially if you leave a bear in chocolates.
yeah.
Can't
You're
be
like,
that
I can't be
mad.
that man.
Wait. Why do you give me chocolate? We understand how the situation is. All right.
You're like, Andy's mints.
Delicious.
Minty.
Those are good.
Yeah.
I like them much better than peppermint patties.
They're pretty good if you
Yeah.
put them in the fridge for a little bit and make them a little nice and cold, and when they break and it's like crispy.
They have this thing called a mint Kit Kat. It's very similar to an Andes mint.
Didn't we have something like that before?
Today.
I won't tell you.
I'd rate it a 2.5 out of 3.
It's good candy.
If I had the choice between that and other Kit Kats,
Mhm.
I'd choose it.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't choose that over the Japanese green tea Kit Kat. That's a 3 out of 3
Yeah, but
for
where do
me.
you ever get? Where do you
Japan
find
or Japantown.
it? Oh,
Little Tokyo. Also, there's
Yeah.
a
Big Tokyo.
no, there's a
Yeah, you have to go to Big Tokyo, not Little Tokyo.
They should start calling it Big Tokyo.
I'm gonna start saying that when I say, I'm like, oh yeah, Big Tokyo. I want to go there one day.
there's a market in Long Beach where you could get them too,
Mm.
and North Long Beach, not too far Long Beach. Pretty good.
Is it the Little Tokyo section of Long Beach?
No,
They have
Medium-sized Tokyo?
yeah, medium.
medium Tokyo. They
You
have
know-
strawberry Kit Kats.
Yeah.
Those are also really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
they
are
taste
good,
kind of
yeah.
like strawberry jam.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna make an even bigger Tokyo than Japan's Tokyo, and then
Good luck.
that'll be middle-sized Tokyo, and then like, oh no, Big Tokyo,
Well,
Big
you-
Tokyo in like Tennessee, because that's where land is cheap.
Yeah, you have to get a lot of land because I've seen the map of Tokyo. It's a big portion of Japan.
But Tokyo is also like when you say LA or like
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the Greater Tokyo metropolitan area.
area, yeah.
Yeah,
But that's pretty lot. That's a lot.
yeah,
And they're built up higher than LA is generally.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
I mean, downtown
Yeah.
LA is built up high, but most of LA isn't built that high.
Right.
No.
But they're
But like
regular-
Tokyo's all built up pretty high.
Tokyo's pretty
Yeah.
high. Their stuff is high.
I've never
And
been
then-
there, but I've seen pictures.
They have like multi-level like highways and stuff too. It's pretty cool,
Oh, that's nice.
Double deckers.
dude. It's pretty cool. Like you know how you see the bridges? They have like 2 lanes on top, and they're just going. There's like 3 on there. They have some like really their
Infrastructure.
infrastructure is really good.
See, that seems smart. How we always like widen the freeways and shit. Just build a second freeway on top of the freeway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would just
One way goes, east. One way goes west.
that would be the best thing. Like just one way each way. Like when they wanted to turn Olympic and Pico one way,
Yeah,
I was so for it, dude. Those are like 8-lane streets.
yeah,
8-lane streets. That's crazy.
yeah.
Guys,
They should on it. Yeah.
we can't try and solve traffic. It's the number one reason people listen to podcasts.
Pod traffic. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, we have to. We can't be promoting less traffic.
But
Well,
we
you
want
know-
that traffic to come. To,
We should be promoting what Santa Monica does then. They desync their traffic lights to make traffic less efficient, so people get stuck at red lights.
What?
I would.
Yeah.
I would
They
say.
make driving there worse because they don't like tourists.
Yeah.
Oh,
The people that live in Santa Monica don't like people visiting Santa Monica.
I'll say this: if you really want to fix the traffic problems, you get delivery guys from every delivery company who drive like the metro, like the streets and the freeways every day, and you sit them down and you talk to them how to fix the traffic, and they'll tell you.
Why don't you just build single lane underground tunnels?
Yeah, just
That'll work.
yeah,
Yeah,
and you let people drive like 300 miles an hour on them or whatever.
They
What-
should get like at the gas station or at the car wash,
Yeah,
the thing grabs your tire.
and it pulls
And
you.
yeah, they should have like high speed rails that just grip your tires. Like,
That's what
boom.
That was
elongated muskrat wanted to do with the Hyperloop.
I was making fun of his because I saw video of it not working.
what
Yeah.
happens if we got like this,
But
like
that's
this,
the thing. You go on a skate and it just takes your car.
like
That'd be sick.
a metal tube where a bunch of people could fit into?
Are you talking about those pneumatic tubes that move money around at like banks and Home Depot?
Yeah, but like that, but bigger, right?
For
and
people?
Then, yeah, for people, and they could go underground and use it, and like it's on tracks.
You're talking like Futurama where they go through the pipes?
I'm talking about like a train, like
Oh, like a subway train?
A long tube of metal that travels along
long
rails.
travel metal tube that travels from like place to place, but like high speed. Like imagine if they had one. Like
Oh, that'd be
we don't
great
even
if they had high speed rails here.
Yeah.
dude. If we had high speed rails
Up the coast would be cool.
up
They've
the
been
coast
talking
across.
about building one for like 20 years.
Dude.
We've spent billions of dollars on it and we have none of it.
There's like third world countries that have it, and we don't have it.
At this point, they should just put in those walking things they have at the airports.
Like
Yeah.
the Jetsons.
Yeah, you just
move-
hike it, but a
moving
little bit
sidewalk,
faster.
yeah.
They have those. Just have those for crosswalks, so just people get in and out.
They
of
have
the
for
crosswalk.
teenagers. I mean, I love
Or
teenagers.
are they
They're-
elderly or like
they're-
the
Don't say that.
disabled?
I don't mean I love them, but I have nothing against them.
They might be our target demographic. I don't know.
I'm saying for like the elderly or impaired.
You could put a seat, and they like the ones that go upstairs.
No, they can stand and then
you
they
sit
just
on it, and
moves
it just
across.
takes
take you across.
Yeah.
the
You could do that too. That'd be pretty cool.
Or like those sky lifts for like mountains. You know, and people just go on the little thing and
Yeah.
the gondola that takes them across.
You can actually you
yeah,
can make
uphill.
that work if you make it just rotate the seats, go like in the crosswalk.
Wait, what?
You know you're talking about the seats.
Yeah.
Like if you get them back, they just rotate.
So you can stay all day going around.
Yeah, you go round all around and just ride that all day.
I mean, what if you get to one side and you realize you're supposed to be on the other corner?
You just wait till it goes around.
Yeah.
like a little train.
Yeah.
I'm being honest. That would be really cool because like I seen like disabled trying to like get across the street and or impaired people like in wheelchairs trying to get across the street, and I helped before. It sucks.
Well, yeah, and they're like, I've seen people who are like, you can tell they're in pain, like walking.
Yeah.
And they're like, I need to hurry, and it's like, dude, just take your time. Like, we're not gonna,
Yeah.
we're
No one's
not gonna
hit you with a
you.
car.
Yeah, just chill it.
Yeah.
There was a time I had to walk across a crosswalk with crutches, and it sucks.
Yeah,
You're just like
and you're like, you want to hurry, but you can't
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
you don't want to fall either. You just
And then twist your other ankle.
Oh no. Ankle injuries suck.
They do.
I hurt my ankle doing absolutely nothing last week, and it hurt for like a whole week.
dude, I'd rather hurt my wrist or my hand or something instead of like my ankle or my leg.
I mean, your ankle is your foot
injuries-
wrist.
Yeah, it's like almost the same.
No, because I'm saying like you could do a lot more if your wrist is injured instead of your ankle.
No, dude. My hands are pretty useful.
Okay, they're useful, but would you be able to like walk around? Okay, would you rather have a sprained wrist or a sprained ankle?
Ankle.
Ankle.
Oh,
I've hurt both, and I mean, my wrist injury was worse than my ankle injury, but I would not want another wrist injury.
no,
Yeah.
I'd rather have a wrist injury.
You can't do anything. You can't go on the computer. You can't hold like a phone. Like,
Dude, I'd rather like
You can't do work.
yeah, you can't work. I was like I couldn't do much. I was working fast food, and they're like, here, I guess you're just gonna take orders. Like, you can't do anything else.
Think about it, dude. No, I know from experience from a broken leg. I would if they had like a choice. If someone had a hammer and they said I'm gonna break your wrist or your leg, I would
The
go with-
wrist?
or my wrist or my arm. I'll go with arm.
Yeah.
It's like you're so immobile. You can't go upstairs. You can't really get into cars. You have to be on crutches. You have to limp everywhere. It's hard to get to different. I went to a concert, like in my cast and crutches. That was crazy. That was experience. But
You should have just got a wheelchair.
hmm
that's even more like
I don't know. 'cause
Restrictive.
You're
yeah,
sitting.
It's restrictive.
Yeah.
You just gotta get your biceps up.
Yeah. That's true.
No, but I'd rather have the wrist. Because you could walk around, do a bunch of stuff, go to amusement parks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't work.
If you have a broken wrist, they'll let you get front of the line at Disneyland, or do you think
No.
only if you're in a
No,
wheelchair?
only if you're like broken.
So that's
leg.
for that reason I choose the ankle.
Yeah. Just so you can cut lines.
If you have a little sling in your arm, they're not gonna care. They're
Yeah.
gonna be
No.
like, get in the real line.
Yeah.
The reason I know is because I went to Disneyland with a broken ankle, and then they're like, "Yeah, go ahead." And
Yeah.
got in front. That was back in the day when they didn't have that. in place order. They just cut you straight to the front.
Those were the days.
They were.
And then people would just bring their friends in wheelchairs.
Yeah.
You just rented it.
Yeah.
Just rent a friend in a wheelchair. Just be like, oh, this is the guy who sits in front of the gas station who's missing a leg. I'm going to take him to Disneyland out of the kindness of my heart, and then we'll get on all the front of the lines.
I was like, all right.
It's cheaper than a fast pass.
Yeah. And you're showing a guy a good time.
It'd be nice.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about you're saying either the wrist or the ankle to get messed up.
Yeah.
I've seen people with was it prosthetics? Is that the word?
Yeah.
For both.
Mm-hmm.
And having a prosthetic arm, like the new ones where they're like robotic, where you can move each of your hands and everything, way better.
Yeah, they're more dynamic.
I saw this woman pulling cookies out of the oven,
Mhm.
and she only had mittens on one hand. Her mechanical hand didn't matter. She could just grab the hot pan, and I was like, dude, that's kind of cool.
Have you seen the fucking blade legs, though?
Oh, the ones that are springs are like bent
Yeah,
like
they
that.
run super fast and they can jump like crazy high.
Dude, at this point, replace my arms and my legs.
Yeah.
I think a Full Metal Alchemist. Just get it in like arm, like mech and stuff.
At some point, they're gonna be way better than regular flesh limbs.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, dude, if you spend 10 grand, you can get an upgrade.
It's like an
Ooh.
iRobot when like Will Smith has that robot arm and he stops the robot with it.
Yeah, it's cool. It works.
Yeah, he's like the robot's like, whoa, how'd you do that?
If they could get like a grappling hook where like your wrist goes like that and it shoots out, I'm down.
I mean, like Inspector Gadget was dope.
Yeah.
That
Go
would
gadget arm.
Like
He had a bunch of utility too. He was like a Swiss Army knife. It wasn't just
Yeah.
one
Go
hookup.
Gadget copter and
Yeah,
Google Gadget. His car
Was he a
transformed.
cyborg?
I think he was.
he's
Yeah,
probably more robot than human, huh?
he was cyborg. He was a cyborg because like in the story, he's like a cop that got injured or something.
Okay,
So he's RoboCop.
I was gonna say
basically.
RoboCop versus Inspector Gadget.
Oh,
Inspector
man.
Gadget.
He has more utility, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Inspector Gadget can fly. He has a helicopter.
Go Gadget tank mode, and his head just turns into the
Just
missile.
imagine-
RoboCop
Okay.
just had all the weaponry, but yeah, he didn't have the utility.
See, Inspector Gadget wasn't dangerous because they like programmed him to be like ditzy and stuff. Imagine him as like
If
like,
they programmed to be a killing machine.
Yeah,
War
like,
Machine Inspector
to be
Yeah.
Gadget.
Terminator. Like he'd be
Dude.
like, all right, like turn his helicopter blades into like a blade saw or something. Just chopping
Primary
people.
objective.
A one-man army. He just
Yeah.
send him
He
on
could
his own.
stretch. See, that's you have reach over.
He had the
RoboCop
spring
too.
legs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had reach over RoboCop. He had like the Mr. Fantastic.
He'd
stretch
win.
weight. Yeah, he
Yeah.
would win.
What's his durability? Do you think pretty
Pretty
tough, huh?
yeah.
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 Because that's the only thing I would worry if RoboCop just started firing without questioning.
I think he's pretty durable. And also, I think like
Yeah. He has that elasticity, so that probably makes him pretty.
I think he would be able to move real quick, like spring out of the way, jump
Good
behind
agility.
RoboCop, and like
His only limitation is having to announce his moves.
Yeah.
Not
he
if he's-
telegraphs it.
I don't think he like if he's in like full robot mode, I don't think he would have to do that.
He doesn't have to say "Go
Nah,
Gadget,"
He
whatever.
wouldn't have to do. He's just like, oh, those are all protocols just to keep it safe.
Oh, I
So
see.
if they turned
Yeah.
off the limits, he'd just be.
Exactly.
Going
He's just
nuts.
like done. Like he's just going. He doesn't have to say nothing.
And he'd lose his ditziness too. He'd just be like a
Yeah.
killer.
That's what I'm saying. He's
Yeah.
just his eyes just go red and it's like
It's like
go.
Iron Giant when he turns evil mode.
Yeah.
You're like, oh crap.
It's
They made him angry.
I liked Iron Giant a lot.
That was a good movie.
Robots are cool.
Instead of go gadgets, kill gadget.
Yeah.
Kill- I feel like at that point, Inspector Gadget could defeat most people, like most fantasy, like Godzilla.
I think
What's his name?
I think the only one he'll probably
Godzilla's
have.
a little bigger than him.
But he could go Gadget, like
That's true.
spring punch him.
No, I think Gadget would have a good fight with the T-1000.
Because he's pretty much indestructible, right?
Because he's super liquid too. Because him and they'll both have that like flexibility and elasticity and all that
Mm.
fast.
I don't know if they've done that on those like showdowns on YouTube, but
Yeah,
they should.
they-
They
should.
should, because like Dr. Gadget's like a beast if it comes down to it.
Yeah,
If you change this programming a little.
he should. They should have an episode where he gets hacked
Yeah.
and he's evil for an episode. That'd be good.
Like
But
a whole,
he-
not
He has a
like
human
episode.
brain, though, right? He's not like a computer, right?
Yeah, he has a human brain. Like,
Yeah.
imagine like they shut him, like knocked him out, and they just put his program, like his computer,
Mm.
into somehow.
So basically, they trained him like to be an elite soldier.
Yeah, and
Mm.
he's just like, okay, kind of like Neo.
Mm.
You get like
He knows kung fu.
in programs.
It's
Guns.
funny that he specified kung fu when he could literally download any knowledge.
That's the one you need.
Kung fu.
You only
He knows
need-
literally
Yeah.
everything, but he does know kung fu.
Yeah. You
Dude,
have
I
to
was-
specify.
I was just thinking, like, Inspector Gadget would do, like, the scorpion thing with his arm. Just,
Get
like,
over here.
grab you, pull you, punch you, and then throw you back.
If he had like the battle IQ,
Mhm.
he'd be unstoppable.
He's crazy. I was just thinking about, like, crazy stuff he could do.
Didn't he have a dog?
Yeah, his
Yeah.
name is Brain. And he's super smart.
I knew a guy named Brian. I called him Brain.
Mm. Did you have dyslexia?
Maybe.
Did he?
No, I think I called him Brain because he did something dumb.
Oh,
I
nice.
think that was he. I coincidentally, I think he grabbed stuff without oven mitts at the job
Oh,
I was
God.
working at, and then I called him Brain.
Mm.
I was like, gee, Brian, what are we going to do tonight?
Check out the big brain on Brian.
Yeah. Kind of mean, but also, dude, it gets dangerous for everybody if you
Yeah.
having hot things.
Yeah.
I've been there before. You grab, like, like, some of those pots you think they have, they won't get hot on the side, and you grab them, you're like, super hot.
Yeah, they would say in an oven it's hot.
Not in the oven.
But
it
these
was
were
boiling
these
on
were
a
metal
stovetop,
trays
yeah.
in like a oven that he was
Yeah.
pulling out.
Oh, in the oven. I'm talking about like stovetop stuff. I was boiling water and like the whole thing got hot. It didn't have plastic. It had metal.
Yeah, I never know. You're right. Like the side little handles, you never know
How
really.
conductive
If
they
it's
are.
cast
Heat.
iron, it's hot. Just know that.
It wasn't cast iron.
Oh.
It was like those pots like you boil water in. You know how sometimes like the metal doesn't conduct the heat on the side, so you're able to move it.
Mm.
No, this, the metal on this side conducted heat.
You just gotta check before lifting
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
up.
you're like,
You give it a little tappy tap.
If you
just
lift
a
it up
pinch.
and it's hot, you're done.
It's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then you
like-
might fling it at somebody.
Yeah.
you're like, why does it say crux in your in your finger?
It's
You
just
have,
a
like
burn.
a brand.
brand, yeah.
Huh.
You're branded. Free advertising for them. They
Yeah.
know what they're doing.
All the cooks that have scars on their hands.
Yeah.
KitchenAids on your palm. You're like, what?
Kitchens are
that-
dangerous.
Is that what they
They
made
are.
it able to imprint? Like you just get brands and people are like, what's that? Oh, I should buy a KitchenAid.
Yeah.
I mean, you could tattoo it instead of branding. It's probably a little less painful.
No, I
No.
mean by accident.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that why they like
it'd be backward probably.
Yeah.
Right? If it imprints,
what happens if they make it backwards?
then they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
You're like, why does it
Why
say
that's
that backward?
mirrored?
Hey, if you
Yeah.
start doing this, these little brand dudes, you owe us money.
Yeah.
It's like 500,000 each, or maybe more.
At least $500 for Azim to eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna eat the whole Pyrex thing.
Oh, that's made of glass.
Oh no, we'll give you the plexi one.
We'll
Okay.
blend it down.
Oh, good. Yeah. That way it doesn't cut my mouth when I
Yeah.
chew it.
We don't make you breathe it. You're just gonna chew it.
Okay.
Put it in a smoothie.
Ooh, I love glass smoothies.
Mhm. It'll be like beet juice when you, nice and
Mm.
sweet.
Can't be juice.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorbet.
Sorbet?
Oh,
Sorbet beets juice.
that's true.
I think.
Ice cream's better though.
Yeah.
I think gelato's better. Gelato's pretty good.
Custard, frozen custard.
Ooh, what about frozen yogurt?
Ooh, soft serve.
Soft
You have to
serve?
rank them now. We've named so many. We need to rank them.
Frostbite soft serve is really good. What is that? What was it? That was Italian soft serve or something, right?
It's like
It's like them mixed together. It's like gelato
Yeah.
and soft serve mixed together. That,
Yeah.
that feels like magic. I could eat that by itself.
Frostbite, please sponsor us so we get free ice cream.
Yeah,
every
I don't even
episode.
like.
Oh,
I
I,
don't-
I get free ice cream every 10 orders. I have the punch card and then I get a free one.
Oh, today's raining.
Double punches.
Ah,
You get 2 punches instead of 1. on
And we're doing a
rainy
whole
day.
ad read for them.
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, we're gonna cut this part out. It's just
No, it's
really good.
staying.
Yeah.
We like Frostbite so much, we'll keep it in.
It's good
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
It's
for free.
Yeah,
I don't
You're
even know
welcome.
if they're a big chain, but
I
if
think
you,
they have like a couple, but they're good.
apparently half our
SoCal.
viewers are not from the United States.
Yeah.
They're not.
No,
No,
that's
that's
what-
cool.
I was reading our analytics, and I just didn't expect it.
Me neither.
Put down in the comments where you're from because we want to know where you're from. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, YouTube only tells us like the majority that
Yeah.
our viewers are, and it doesn't really say
Yeah.
the other numbers.
And if we get how many views, we'll reveal where we're at.
10,000 views and I will eat a carrot. Yeah.
And he hates carrots.
He does.
He'll be there like,
I don't.
ooh, so bad. I wish I had ranch dressing.
You know what?
20,000 views and he'll eat a fish, straight up.
A Swedish
Cook,
fish.
No, yeah, no.
Cooked
You're gonna
Swedish
eat
fish.
sushi.
Yeah. I mean like one of those smoked Swedish fish in a can, not like the candy Swedish fish.
Oh, okay.
I was
What's the
thinking
Swedish fish?
the red ones.
That's what I was getting at.
You know they
Yeah,
have different colored Swedish fish?
Right? I've
There's
only seen
green
red.
and yellow. It comes in like a multicolored pack, and they're different flavors.
Oh.
It's rare. I've only seen it like twice.
How
He's
many of
gonna eat a
those
whole
times were
Swedish
you
fish.
awake?
Both.
Okay.
How many times?
Just wanted to make sure you didn't dream it up.
Dude, sometimes I do have dreams and think they're real life. So
And
it's
then
like,
you're like, wait, that didn't happen?
I'll be like, which one of you guys did this? And they're like, neither of us. And I'll be like, oh,
Sometimes I ask people, did I have a conversation with you the other day? And they're like, no, I didn't see you. I'm like, oh.
weird. Like I felt like we hung out.
Yeah.
It's been like that sometimes.
Dreams be like that.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, you guys want to go to the store and get those new Skittles seltzers? And we're like, dude, those don't exist. Skittles doesn't make hard seltzer.
I was like, oh.
And you're like, oh, all right.
I wonder if that'd be good.
And then you just have a cat in your hand and you're like,
Yeah.
do they
wait,
have
where are we?
do they have Skittles Ghost energy drink?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
They should make a sour Skittles. I would drink it.
That would be really
Mhm.
good. You know, I wish kind of. Do they still have sour Skittles?
Yeah.
Okay, those are good.
They'll make your mouth bleed, but
Mhm.
Make your mouth bleed. but
any
it's
sour
delicious.
thing
Yeah.
will make your mouth bleed.
Too much citric acid.
Did you know citric acid kills bacteria?
Mm.
That's why my teeth are so clean after I eat sour candy.
So clean, so good. It cleans so good it hurts them.
Just don't eat too much sour candy. Be
Yeah.
responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once your tongue starts bleeding, you've had too much.
That's how you know when to
A
stop.
little too
Yeah.
much. Once you start feeling rough, and you're like, "What's going on with my tongue?
Once you
Mhm.
taste iron.
Yeah.
Why does it taste like pennies?
Why are you eating pennies again?
You know they're good, okay?
He has a copper deficiency.
Do you need copper?
No, no.
Oh, I don't think so.
Zinc? Zinc is an essential thing you need,
Yeah, I
right?
think is.
Pennies are more zinc than copper now.
Yeah, it's more expensive to make a penny. Penny's worth more than it's worth.
I've
Old
heard that
pennies.
before.
Yeah.
And
They should just get rid of the penny already.
Think so?
Yeah.
As long as they round down. I'm not paying more.
Why don't they just? I wish they just included the tax and everything instead of charging you like after
Mm.
like it just like round like, hey, this is the full price instead of like, oh, you're at the market and he's like, what?
Different places have different tax rates, though. It's
Why
weird.
don't they just make?
I guess they should just build it in.
They could include it regardless. It's not like they're changing all the time.
Yeah,
That's true.
It's whatever city they're in, that's it.
Yeah.
But
Easy. Just little types in the computer.
I don't like when they round up. Like when they want to donate it to charity.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, nah, dude, give me my money.
Give me my change.
You're like, don't you know I need it more than they do?
Well, no, it's a write off for them, not for you.
Yeah.
That's why I get mad.
Yeah.
Like if it's a big corporation too, like McDonald's or like Taco Bell,
You're like, I could just donate that money myself and get
And
the
get
write
the
off.
write-off, yeah,
I won't. But I don't want them getting the write off.
Yeah.
they get millions of dollars of write off.
And you lose like 50 cents sometimes.
Give us our money back.
Like that's almost another burrito.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a quarter of a burrito. Because the burrito's $2, so 50 cents is a quarter burrito, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a $2 burrito.
You know how they used to advertise their burritos as half-pound burritos?
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that's been gone for a few years. I feel like they're not half-pound
No,
anymore.
definitely not.
They've downsized, huh?
Yeah.
They put less beans or whatever.
Yep.
They just made them smaller.
I know.
Yeah.
it.
Sometimes they do that instead of raising the price, they just make it smaller.
It's called microinflation.
Shrinkflation. You pay the same, but you get less.
I hate that.
They're doing it with the chips too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I noticed that too. Like hot Cheetos,
Yeah.
way smaller.
And then they come out with like the family size, and it's like the same size as the regular size used to be, but it costs
Here,
more.
They're so tricky.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's how they get you.
Oh,
And if you look at
That's why I
juices
make
and
my
stuff-
own hot Cheetos.
you probably could
Yeah.
corn meal maybe
Yeah.
and fry
I've
it.
seen how it's made. They talk about making those chips.
Was it how it's made or sweet snacks or something? What was that one Mark Summers did?
I don't know who Mark Summers is.
It's a catchy name. He should have been a weatherman.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a he's a TV host for like
PBS.
Nickelodeon, like Double Dare
Oh.
and Sweet
Temple
Treats.
of Doom.
Temple. No, was he? Oh yeah, he was Temple of.
Oh, was he really the one game
yeah,
show?
it was. No, it wasn't him. Sorry, it was a different guy. He was on Double Dare and another show.
Slime
And he also
Time.
talked about how snacks are made.
Yes.
Man of
watched
many
that one.
talents.
on YouTube where that woman recreates snacks. I wish I remembered so I could plug it. She's like a gourmet like dessert something or other. I don't know.
And she just like makes like commercial like
Mhm.
Twinkies and
She'll
stuff.
be like, "This is a gusher, and I'm
Oh.
gonna make my own version of it."
Huh.
And she like goes through the
Oh,
steps.
I know who you're talking about. You're talking about from the Gourmet Channel.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she's like, she always complains about making chocolate. What's the word where you temper chocolate? She always,
Yeah.
every episode, she's like, I don't know how to temper chocolate.
and coating. She did
Yeah.
that match because
What's
for the-
tempered chocolate?
You have to like heat it just perfect to where you pour it out and it's like the right texture.
You know
Mm.
how like Snickers and some other like chocolate covered things look glossy when you cover them in chocolate and they're like
Oh,
smooth.
yeah.
It's not like bumpy or like looks rocky.
Yeah.
That's what tempered chocolate is.
Okay.
Really nice.
And apparently, it takes a lot of practice to
Yeah.
do
Get
it
it
right.
just right. That's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
But it's a cool channel. I recommend it if you want to learn how to make things
Mm.
and that are already made.
It's I forgot what session it was. I used to watch it. They had a conversation. I forgot what it was.
Oh well.
Yeah.
They can search it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Google search and YouTube search, pretty good.
you just done.
Just look up how to temper chocolate.
Do
Is
that.
it like tempering steel where you have to get it like molten hot and then you pour it out and you're hitting it with
No,
a
you
hammer
don't.
and dunking it in cold
If you
water?
you have to like use the bellows.
Yeah.
If you get it too high, it'll mess up the. You have to get it at a certain temperature. You
Well,
can't
that's
get it
just
too
like
hot or too
steel.
cold. Yeah.
You don't want to get it too hot,
Orange, not white.
I guess.
I don't know. There's a color to that when you heat up metal.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, you want it at the right temperature.
if we had my brother on this podcast, he would know. He's into that kind of thing.
Smithing?
Yeah.
Okay.
For a while he wanted to build a forge at the house.
Oh.
I guess you can like there's like budget ways to do it with
Mhm.
like bricks and pipes and I don't know,
Oh, interesting.
like a hairdryer. I don't know.
Well, I think it's more than a hairdryer, right?
You need some sort of venting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Like
do you use as the heat source though? Like, is it gas or coal or
I think
like?
it's propane.
Oh, okay.
I think you just hook up gas to it.
Hmm.
But apparently you have to do like extra stuff to get it hot enough to be a forge.
Right.
That's all I know. It's like more than an oven or more than a
Kiln.
yeah. You have
Yeah.
to like
Super hot.
That didn't get mic'd.
no, it's fine. If you hear stomach grumbles, sorry. I had KFC and then I had Del Taco and then I had an energy drink, so it's not a good combo.
It was delicious.
We also found out that our energy drinks have that artificial sugar that those sugar-free gummy bears have that make your stomach grumble, and sometimes more than grumble.
We're gonna have fun tonight. That's why we're only gonna get Ghost from now on because like they don't have additives and sugar and all that and fake stuff.
Ghost is very natural.
Yeah,
So be careful, Rockstar Zero. You might go poop.
yeah. Don't get Rockstars. Just get Ghost. It's more natural than anything. Or what was the other? Celsius or whatever.
Celsius tastes like fruit juice.
And it gives you a lot of energy with no jitter. Like it's crazy.
I was jittery.
Were you?
Yeah, I was doing the jitterbug.
The jitterbug.
You got a jitterbug?
Yeah.
How is it?
It's pretty good if you're an old person. You need a cell phone.
What is it? Is it like increase the volume?
Oh yeah.
What is jitterbug?
It's a cell phone for old people.
Oh.
It has like a giant, easy to read screen, and it's super loud and like it's. I don't think they
Big
had
buttons.
smartphones. Big buttons. Yeah.
It's like a flip phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know if they're still around, but yeah. I hope they are.
It'd be good because people need them.
Yeah. Imagine being old and having to use like a 7-inch tablet phone, like everything's super tiny.
And you'd be like, I think like when you
think
can't
it'd
see
be
having the
better than
tactile
a-
buttons is probably good.
Yeah. Plus, you want to be touch buttons instead of the screen.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't like touching the screen. I feel like I miss the buttons.
Yeah.
You just like hitting glass. It's like this isn't really.
Yeah. And like when you used to have that T9 for texting, that was faster than having a full keyboard.
Oh, or guess the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Dude,
Or
I
even
used, to be,
multi-tap.
I used to
Like,
be fast on the physical keyboard. I used to type and text. That I had that
You had, like,
Samsung.
a
Yeah, I would
Sidekick?
flip it side. No, I didn't have the sidekick. I had the S1, and you just flip it up, and the it come out. And you just
Oh,
start
it like
texting.
had like the
No, you push it up, and the keyboard would come down.
like that.
Yeah, or
Oh.
the screen would go up from the keyboard, and you just
That's pretty
start
cool.
typing. That phone was super durable.
phones used to be way more durable when they were made out of plastic.
Mm-hmm. Not like this. No,
Yeah. Glass, not so durable.
mm-mm. Not this glass.
You have glass front and back?
Yeah, I do on the back. Yeah.
That's the worst is when they put glass on the back. There's no reason for that.
Because it looks fancy and it's extra slippery in case you want to drop it.
I just say that because mine's completely shattered on the back.
Yeah. Because you dropped it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have a case, and then I got a case the next day.
Oh, dude, I have to get cases like when I order the phone, I order a case.
Yeah. I should have. I was like, I'll just not have a case for a while.
Yeah.
Big
And then I
mistake.
get a better case and I return the cheap case I just impulse bought.
Yeah, I need a better place because this thing is too slippery.
You drop it a lot because of the.
Yeah, I do. It just slip. I don't like it.
I have a grippy case. It's a little bulky, but I like it.
Yeah, like is yours the D? You know,
Yeah.
This is the Rhino, and I was like,
Oh.
they're the quality one down.
Mm.
You ever went
I only
on?
like their bumpers. I don't like their full cases.
Because it's
What's the difference?
A bumper is just like a rubber thing that goes around the phone and it leaves the back open.
Oh,
I will tell you this, dude. I had a bumper, and I had the S8, and I had this one, right? This is the full case. I've broke my screen 2 times with this full case.
hmm
Never, with all the years I had that S8,
hmm
never broke
With the bumper?
With the
Yeah,
bumper.
dude, bumpers
Oh.
are where it's at.
Yeah, and I would draw that thing would fall like crazy. Yeah,
you remember when otter boxes were all the rage?
Yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes I wish I had one
Mm,
so I could throw my phone at things.
yeah.
I remember one time I was gonna buy a phone,
Mhm.
and the guy was like, "Oh, for $20 more, whatever, you can get the OtterBox, and we'll give you a phone, a car charger, whatever. You know those packages."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, like that Otter, it looks pretty bulky, you know.
Yeah.
And he's like, "But look how sturdy it is," and he chucks his phone across the store, and I was like, "Dude, that's a good sales pitch."
Yeah. He probably gets his phones for free anyway, so if it did break, he wouldn't care. But
It's actually a broken phone already.
it wasn't even his phone. You're like, wait, why did you pull that from under the register?
So
Why'd you pull that out of my pocket and throw it across
Yeah.
the store?
he puts your phone in the case. Look,
Whoop.
hey.
It's like, you already got charged.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to go through Asurian to get a new one.
I like how they like was it the Rhino, not Rhino Shield, but what was that one they sold in the mall? They had a key and they just start scraping.
Oh, the
screen.
Invisishield.
Invisa Shield. They're like, hey, do you want a new screen? I'm like,
And they start hitting it with like hammers and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.
They take their sales pitch real serious.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like, I'm like, stop, please.
You're like, you don't need to do that.
There's
Mhm.
glass everywhere.
The guy has like safety goggles on.
Yeah.
Your face is just cut. You're like, why am I bleeding?
Oh, you put the phone up and you're
Mm-hmm.
You ever had the cracked screen? You cut your finger on there?
yeah,
Yeah, I've been there.
it's not fun.
No, you're like, oh.
That's when you put a screen protection over it, not
Yeah.
for the phone, but for yourself.
Yeah.
After it's
It's a
already
thumb
cracked.
protector.
You're like, yeah, that's gonna perfect.
You gotta wear those gloves that are special for phones from now
Yeah.
on.
People are like, why are you putting screen?
I remember I think it was high school, like I had gotten a phone and I cracked it, and I was like, I wasn't gonna be able to get another phone for a few years. Like I was already still paying it off,
Mhm.
and I was just like, whatever. And every once in a while, they would line up just right and cut my finger. I was
Oh.
like,
So good.
So I forgot what phone it was I had, but I dropped it and I cracked the screen and it barely cracked, like just one little line through it.
Yeah.
But the touch screen completely died.
Oh,
oh,
nice.
So I had to use a Bluetooth mouse.
what?
I had a
Oh,
Bluetooth
yeah, I
mouse in
remember.
my pocket and I would use that to navigate on the phone and click shit until I got a new one.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I
Yeah.
remember that.
That's
This
creative
dude put
though.
in a mouse once. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I just looked at him. I was
How
like,
long did you do that for?
Like probably 2-3 weeks.
Oh, just like did it at least work on like any surface? It was
Yeah,
like,
I would
did.
be standing up and I'd pull out the phone and then I'd pull the mouse out of my pocket and use it against my leg as I'm standing there.
No, I forgot where we
Click
were.
shit.
Some restaurant or something. You just stood on the table. You brought out a mouse and you're like this on your phone. And I was like, the hell's going on? And I was like, just looking at him like, what are you doing? He's like, can you show me? And I was like,
he's like, I'm playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
hold up, I'm doing something for making some spreadsheets.
And then I also had a Bluetooth keyboard at home so I could like type shit, but
Uh,
in public I was just using the mouse.
Would you just mouse click the letters on the keyboard on the screen?
Yeah.
Mm.
I had to really rely on auto fill or whatever, the predictive text typing, but yeah.
when you were swiping, were you able to swipe with the mouse?
I was able to, but it wasn't that good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went to Universal Studios and I went through the fucking security line with that. And the guy saw me. He's like, "Why do you have a mouse?" I'm like, "Touchscreen's broken." And I was like, "Eh."
He's like, oh,
He's like, "That's weird, but okay."
nice solution. He's
Yeah.
like,
great.
He's like, "That's crazy." Yeah.
who would have thought of that small? It must have hit like the perfect spot, huh?
Yeah.
To break your screen.
Yeah. And like the screen, like it was just a line. Like it wasn't like crack. The screen looked fine. It didn't have that weird discoloration. Like just a thin little line going through it.
Dang.
Yeah.
You remember when phones were super not water resistant?
Oh, yeah.
Like you'd take them into the bathroom and just leave them in your like pants, and you took a shower, and it would the steam would like
Yeah.
fry the battery,
yeah, you're like,
and you try and return it. Like you'd be like, "This is broken for no reason,"
Yeah.
and they'd like check the little thing, and they'd be
They're like,
like,
that sticker's pink.
Yeah, they'd be like, "You messed it up.
Yeah.
it's water damaged.
Your insurance doesn't cover water damage." You're
Mhm.
like,
I always got the insurance just in case. I
Yeah.
took advantage of it. I was like, this phone's weird.
They were fragile phones
Yeah.
for water. Not for impact, they were good, but for water, they were bad.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
It's probably because they weren't. The back came off, huh?
dirt too.
Yeah.
Like they could dirt resistance was bad.
Replaceable batteries.
I remember I had my first Samsung and I would drop it and just blow apart and you put it back together and it's still fine.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right.
That would always happen. The phone would go one way, the battery would stay there, and then the back case would go the complete opposite direction.
Dude, I had a friend who had a flip phone,
Mhm.
like into like it was like 2015, like 2014, 2015,
Mhm.
and he was still rocking the flip phone, and he was mad because he had the same flip phone for like years,
Yeah.
and his parents were finally like, okay, you can like get a new upgraded phone, like whenever, like in a month or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And towards the end of the lifespan, he was so mad at his flip phone, he was like, I hate this, and he'll just like throw it across the hallway at school. And it would hit the like sidewalk and just shatter. Like it didn't shatter,
Yeah.
but like the battery would fly and everything.
And then you just put it
And it'd be
together.
fine.
Yeah.
And so like at some point, like it was probably a month before he got a new phone. So for like a while, we were just messing with his brick phone, and we'd throw it at each other across the school. And one of my friends, he was just like, dude, I'm just gonna chuck it,
Yeah.
because he knew it was fine. So one time he just threw it like as hard as he could, and it went on top of a building.
Oh, dang.
And he's like, oops. He's like, sorry, dude.
Wow.
But we got it down,
Nice.
and the phone was fine. It did it. It was like, it's indestructible.
Yeah.
My dad had a flip phone, right? It was like a Sanyo one from Sprint a long time ago. And he did construction. That thing fell like six or seven stories. Because he was up there, right? And it fell, hit the ground. And then like he came home and told me. And it still works. Dude, the screen was like cracked a little bit, but he would use speed dial on it. So he had all his like contacts already.
It's
So
like-
he'd still use it. And I was like,
They had to realize that phones weren't breaking enough,
Yeah.
and they're like, let's make these
Let's
weaker.
make them out of glass.
Yeah, you can take them into your pool now, but they're
Yeah.
gonna break.
Yeah.
you drop it on the floor, yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
You drop it 3 feet or a foot, it's done.
Yeah.
You got it.
Drop it on carpet, broken.
Dude, one time I was like, I barely got a phone and it fell from the couch to the floor and like the screen cracked. And I was like,
Really?
Yeah.
On the carpet?
No, not on the carpet. It was
Oh.
hardwood floor.
But still,
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
I was like. It was harder to.
it's not like
hardwood.
it's not tile or something.
It was HTC.
I had that. I had one. I was sitting in a chair and it slipped out of my pocket and hit the ground, and it was a porcelain tile floor, cracked. It landed on the corner in a case, and yep, cracked the screen.
One time I had a phone in my pocket,
Mhm.
and I was doing so I was using like a wrench,
Mhm.
and I let the wrench fall to like I had it in my hand, and I just let my hand
Oh yeah.
hit my leg, shattered the phone completely, and it was just like letting my arm drop. Like that's all it took.
Oh yeah, that's what I learned about like
To turn 'em in?
Screen
Yeah,
in,
screen
Yeah.
touching thigh.
That was when I
Yeah.
learned that.
Yep.
They're too. Just because there's pants there doesn't mean your screen's safe.
Nope. It's not going to protect it from impact.
I'd rather hit the back of the phone than the front of the phone.
Yep.
Well, that's
Even though
normally
that's glass now too, but
Oh yeah,
at least
back in the day. it
normally
was
you've got
plastic.
case there though.
yeah.
Normally,
Dude, those people that rock the phones without cases, I'm like,
Those guys are like confident.
they're living on the edge.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
don't need a
too much of their
case.
day goes into keeping their phone safe.
Yeah.
They probably like every time they have their phone out, they're like gripping it with
like-
white knuckles. Just,
Yeah.
They're like that's why they use two hands.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, yeah,
yeah. You would never just like
No, you
I
can't
wouldn't.
one hand that.
dude. If I had no case, I'll be two handing it all the time. One
Yeah.
hand,
like this.
Yeah.
I'm just like now with the case. I'm like, all right.
I think cases have gotten better though as phones have gotten.
Oh yeah, they got way
Worse.
better. Yeah.
But it's like cases are just mandatory. Like
Yeah,
Now,
they
yeah.
might as well make the phone with a built-in case like how it
Well,
used to be.
some
Because they're
phone-
always like, "Oh, look how thin this phone is." But then it's like, "Yeah, but I'm going to put a case on it that's going to make it way bulkier."
No, but some phone companies send cases with their phones. It's just more of the major ones don't.
Mm.
Like 3 major ones cut back on their stuff that they give with their phones,
Mhm.
like a charger.
Yeah. They used to come with like headphones and chargers and all that, and now they're like, "You get a phone."
And a cable, maybe.
Nah, you don't even get the maybe you get a cable, but
No.
you don't get the boxy part.
No, you just get the. You don't even get the charger. You get the cable.
Yeah.
and it's a freaking 1.5 foot cable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the small one. Like
Here's your 3-inch phone charging cable.
you're gonna have like this on the wall trying to.
Dude, my girlfriend bought me like a 6 foot iPod like Apple brand cable one time,
Mhm.
and it was like $30 or something.
They're
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah, and that was just the cable.
Yeah.
Apple,
They'll get you.
Mhm.
one way or another.
They're
They're
gonna
gonna find
find you.
They're gonna get you.
We don't have the licensing for that song.
It's
What
a cover. We can sing it.
Mm,
I think it's
yeah.
a parody.
A parody of what?
The song.
Okay.
We weren't serious when we were singing it, so it's a parody.
I don't know
Yeah.
what you guys are talking about. I was just talking about, doing something.
Getting
one way-
got.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one way or another.
Yeah. No.
That's where it ends.
Yeah.
So just call me. Anytime.
The song reminds me of
Oh,
the Rugrats movie.
I never saw it.
Oh.
Does that song play in the movie?
Uh huh.
Okay.
I think it's the first one where there's 3 Rugrats
It is.
movies. It's the first one when they're like trying to find the babies and they're on the Reptar mobile or whatever. I
Mhm.
remember. The best of the Rugrats movies was when they met the wild thornberries.
Mhm.
Because if you went to Burger King
Mhm.
and they gave you a little scratch and sniff like bookmark thing,
Mhm.
and throughout the movie when you were watching it, it would say "smell this smell," and
Oh.
you'd scratch it and you'd smell it. It's like 4D. It was pretty cool.
Mostly.
You're talking about
We should
Donnie?
do a 40,
Oh yeah, it was Donnie, right?
Yeah.
Flea's the one who voiced him.
Hmm.
we should do a 40 episode of this podcast.
With scratch and sniff?
Like we'll tell a story and like we have to have a list like, oh, you're going to need to buy like this scented candle and you need to gonna buy like this kind of candy and it's like
packets from us. You can get
yeah,
your-
we'll sell it in a bag already and it's like
Yeah.
okay, at this point it's like now smell this. Okay, now you have to put the Vapor Rub on your chest. At this point in the story you have to eat the Skittles like yeah.
Yeah, you buy our story kits.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
We are.
Buy the episode 13 bag, link in the description.
It's gonna be fun.
Like,
It's gonna be scary.
why are there so many cockroaches in here?
Oh, wait till you get to that part of the story. Don't open that jar until we say so.
And open that jar outside. Don't open it inside. Seriously.
Just a bunch of sawdust.
Yeah.
What am I
Oh
supposed-
no! God damn.
Sawdust and glitter. We'll just make it real messy.
Yeah.
It's gonna
And
be
the
fake
bags will be
cockroaches.
really hard to open where you have to put muscle into it.
And then it just
It just goes everywhere.
It's gonna be when you have to like hit it and then it explodes.
Mm.
Because there's gonna be like baking soda and like vinegar in there.
You
See.
twist them like the fireworks and
yeah.
it shoots off.
No, it's like those.
There's gonna be a cap gun in there to make some noise.
Oh no. A fart bomb for sure.
Yeah.
They should sell fart bombs more places.
They should.
How come you can't buy them at ice cream trucks?
I don't know.
I don't know. At swap meets too. You can buy them at swap meets.
Mm.
You just go and you smack it, you throw it at the vendor, and you just run off. And they're like, "What the?"
You just use all of them inside the
Yeah.
place. You're like, let me get 10. They're like,
And
okay.
then just step on the box and then just run out.
That'd be horrible.
Mhm.
Hey,
Like we have to evacuate.
Yeah.
you ever get the glass stink bombs?
Yeah.
What are those?
You never saw those? It's just basically
No.
sulfur in a glass, right?
It smelled real
It's
bad.
real bad, dude. So one
Did you
time,
break them or what would you do?
yeah, you had to shatter them. So
Mm.
my uncle would play pranks on us too, and so one time my cousin and I got a slingshot and I had one, and I just let it go, and it went right into his room, and it was bad. It was crazy.
It lasts a long time.
Oh yeah, those are like bad, dude. Like bad stink bombs.
Yeah. So at my old job, one of my coworkers bought like a pack of those, like as a pranks, and like while one group like was out, he went into their building and he like broke one and set them off, and then they all came back in and they're like, "Oh, it smells like shit in here," like whatever. And then they figured out which coworker did it. So while they went out, he had no like he didn't know how to play, so he broke all of them in my coworker's bag.
Oh, damn.
And like his whole bag like stank, like it was nasty, like
You had to throw it out, basically.
yeah,
Dude.
Oh my gosh, one is horrible. The
yeah.
whole
He broke
thing-
like a whole basically pack just
That's
in
like
the
a
guy's
10
backpack.
pack. Isn't like
yeah.
3 in a pack?
And it was like 6.
Oh my god.
That's
Yeah.
revenge taken too far.
Yeah, and it like basically ruined the bag and like he had snacks in it too. Like it was like his go bag for work and like everything.
Okay,
sucks.
that sucks. That's
Yeah,
sensitive.
that's what happens when you play with someone that doesn't play well.
That's true. Oh,
Yeah. Don't play pranks on people that
Don't take pranks
go
well.
crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, it's true.
Some people don't take pranks well.
No.
One time I did the tape. You know the typical thing where you put tape on the door frame and you like trick someone and then have them chase you and then they hit the door frame, the plastic.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It was like tape or packaging tape.
yeah.
I did that to my brother,
Mhm.
and he was like, he didn't like get revenge, but he was mad. He's
Mhm.
like,
Why would you do that?
yeah, he was really upset. And I was like, dude, I saw it on the internet. I had to do it.
Mm.
Same thing with I did the
Saran wrap.
No, what
Oh.
you do is you go like sinks. You know they have the little nozzle sprayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You rubber band it a couple times, so then when someone turns on the sink, it just sprays them.
I did that before.
And I did that to my mom,
Oh.
and she's like, "Don't ever prank me!" Like she was mad. I was like, "It's only prank."
Dude, talking about pranks.
We got to make our tips and tricks prank magazine now.
Dude, my family was all about pranks. Like my parents, one time I was being babysitted by my aunt, and anyways they come back and they're like, "Hey, look, my dad comes in first, right?" And he's like, "Dude, Fernie," and I was kind of like a little pyromaniac when I was younger, and he's like, "This lighter, it's like totally it has a purple flame." I'm like, "Oh, cool!" I grab the lighter, dude, and I go to push it. It just shocks the heck out of me. I just
Ooh.
end up throwing it. I'm like, "What the?" And like, it's the those shock pens. It's
Yeah.
a shock lighter. And it was like, I was like, oh man. So I threw that and I was like, that's not cool. And he was laughing. And then my mom's like, hey, look at this ring your dad got me. And I went to go look at it and it shot water right in my face. And I was like, I got an electrocuted and wet at the same time.
At least they didn't do it the other order.
Yeah.
And then another time, they had a bubblegum thing. It was like a mouse trap where you pull out the gum and it snaps
Oh,
your
yeah.
finger.
I've seen
And
those.
you're just like,
Ooh.
what? I was like, what kind of-
Yeah.
I've seen those with shock too. The gum.
Yeah.
They have those shock ones too.
Yeah.
But like the mouse trap ones are better because they look more real.
Yeah.
You can put it in a real packet of gum,
And it'll still get you.
which I
Yeah.
end up doing, and I got a lot of people that way. A lot of people, are, those kids that go like, "Hey, let me get one of those," and you're like, "All right."
Got him. Yeah. I feel like there should be more prank stores.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you just gotta work with what you get. Like if you're in a warehouse, you know that plastic wrap for pallets. Just
Mhm.
wrap someone's car in that. That way they can't open their doors.
One time we tried to prank someone. It was like a family member.
Hmm.
And my dad was like, we're going to get them good, right? So he did that on their doors.
Yeah.
But then he also put like a pipe end cap in their exhaust.
Hmm.
And like they were mad, right? Like we were watching from far away, like we were like that, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, who the hell did this to my car? Da, 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 right? Like when it was all wrapped up.
Yeah.
And they didn't even check the exhaust, but they turned on their car and it went, boom, and shot out. And we were like, oh! Like they drove off mad.
Yeah.
I don't think they even noticed that it shot out. But we were like, oh, it's a good thing there was no one behind them.
Oh,
it
it's
is funny.
It shot out like a cannon. It was like, poof.
a good thing it didn't carbon monoxide poison them to death.
Yeah.
Like
It
it
just
actually
goes
came
backward.
out. Yeah. It actually blew out.
Put a potato in his
They
mouth.
fell asleep while driving. Such a good prank.
Dude, talk about pranks in warehouses. So when I used to work in a warehouse way back when, we started this whole like scaring each other while you're just going through the warehouse, and we got out of control. Like, dude, it just became like more and more. People started hiding behind boxes and up in racks, and it came like who can scare each other the best, and like we would like tell each other too. They got me by like it was a rainy day. It was scary. It was like stormy, and there was this like one warehouse we had out in the boonies, and so they sent. It wasn't like boonies, but like it was down the street and by itself. So they sent me there by myself, and they're like, "Hey, you need to check these aisles. We need you to check these boxes." And I'm like, "All right." And in that warehouse, like half the lights worked at the time, so I'm in there just like writing down stuff, and I'm like, "Okay, it's kind of creepy," but you're kind of like, "Okay, just by yourself."
Mhm.
Dude, my manager came up like right behind me. And like he just goes, "Grah!" And I turn around and like usually when I get scared, I go back to like my reflexes to punch. I almost punched this guy a few times. But that's my reaction. I turn around and I threw like a clipboard I had, and I was just like staring at him, and he's like laughing, and I'm just like in shock, like, "Oh crap, what's happening?" Because I didn't expect anyone else to be in there,
Right.
and I thought it was like one of the homeless people because they said be careful because there's homeless people
I don't know.
that bang on the back door.
Sometimes they get in.
And
Yeah.
I hope, like, I don't know, because the door's like, the lock on it was kind of janky. So if you like pulled it, you could break it.
Mm.
And that was just the front door. So I thought someone got in, and I was just like, oh my God. I thought I was going to get robbed. That was pretty good.
It's a good prank.
Good pranking. Scaring people.
Mhm.
Scary. That's what prepared me for, like, not whatever the haunted horror places we go.
Oh yeah. The Halloween mazes.
So the people are like, ah, and I'm like, okay, this is like an
Now you
everyday
don't
thing.
pull out the fist.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
You
like,
keep
oh.
that thing by your side.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Arthur, you know the meme where Arthur has his
Yeah.
fist?
I don't even get scared. It's like, this is just like working in my warehouse again. It's like going to work on a daily thing. That was a daily basis thing.
Dude, the prank wars of the warehouse.
Dude, they get wild.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I feel like, You know how like the show or movies Jackass, they're always pranking each other.
Yeah.
I feel like when those came out, everyone's like, oh, I'm gonna start pranking my
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah, we did that, but like on a mild level. Those pranks were like
Those are extreme, yeah.
those are like
Well-
you wake up in the hospital a couple days later.
I like watching the evolution of Jackass, how they've gotten like tamer because they're so old, like they can't do all the crazy shit they used to do.
Oh yeah, some of them.
Yeah. Now it's a lot. It's just more gross stuff instead of like physical violence pranks.
They're
They
not
get
like throwing people off of balconies in a chair or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're not.
They
doing
got younger members to do it now. They
that. Oh,
recruit
yeah, that's true.
the newer ones. They recruit like younger people, and they start doing like the crazy stuff.
They realize they can't do it anymore.
Yeah, their bodies aren't made for that anymore.
Yeah, but it has got more gross.
Yeah.
Than
It's a lot more bodily fluids.
Yeah, I'd rather have more like dumb stuff than gross stuff.
Yeah, but they can't be getting hit by bulls anymore.
I mean, just get a new generation. Say, hey, this is so and so. This is our new generation. I mean,
Yeah,
like
Degrassi did it 3 times. They can do it once
it's
or
true.
twice.
Jackass the new class.
there we go. Dun, 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 dun.
I mean, it makes sense to keep the brand going. Like,
Yeah.
no one else is even trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
They'll call you jackasses.
hmm
The only thing kind of close is Impractical Jokers, I feel like. And that's not even at all the
It's
same.
not physical.
No, it's not even
Yeah.
physical, and it's like most of theirs all set up too.
And then all the YouTube pranks stuff that was big for a while.
Yeah, I feel like
Kinda
those are
died down.
super scripted,
All
but
those
people like them.
Those TikTok scripted pranks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I hate those where there's just like drama.
yeah.
Like, there's just people who are like, oh,
Filming each
you're
other.
not supposed to be here doing that thing.
Yeah,
And they're like, I'm going to call the police. But it's like super scripted.
yeah,
And the police come and they're like, "It's not even real police."
It's just some guy they dressed up. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like really like you loose fitting uniform. And you're like, why is that guy wearing sneakers? It's like
Yeah.
that's a
He's
cop.
got an old uniform from a Goodwill.
It's not even an old uniform. It's like a security uniform. And it just says like they have like one of those
just
badges.
says
with
the word
Swap Meets
police.
on it, and they have like a fake badge. It doesn't even like shimmer. It just like bling.
It's just a fabric badge sewn onto the shirt.
Basically half the time.
Drawn with Sharpie.
He has a bicycle helmet. It says police on it.
But yeah,
Shows up in a car.
pranks aren't what they used to be.
Nope.
No, they're all scripted now. They're just like, oh, this is funny.
That's what passes for humor.
Yeah, and then sometimes you see better acting on Jersey Shore than you do on TikTok. You're like,
Jersey Shore is real life.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You get it?
Real people doing real things.
it's basically the real world.
Real world?
Yeah,
What is the real world? This right here?
it doesn't get much realer than this.
This podcast?
This is real life.
I mean, basically, yeah. We're not. At
That's
least
a real brick wall.
right there.
Yeah. Ow.
Cut my knuckle.
It's
Mm.
bleeding.
You just like have packets of blood and just like.
Where's that
oh.
ketchup?
It's over there. I can't.
Tastes like taco sauce.
Mm. How much fast food tacos do you think you'd have to eat for your blood to taste like taco sauce?
I don't think you have to eat taco. You can eat taco sauce probably. You'll get
You
more.
just can't eat it by
flavor.
itself.
That's what I'm saying. Just eat it by yourself because you eat.
I would put a bunch of taco sauce in one taco rather than eat the sauce on its own.
If you had high blood sugar, do you think your blood would taste like marinara? Like spaghetti sauce?
Probably more than if you didn't.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, could you taste high blood sugar?
Probably.
I don't probably at a certain point.
I remember when I gave blood in high school,
Mhm.
people's blood were different colors.
Oh.
Like people had different levels of iron or something.
Hmm.
Like some people's blood was way darker than other people.
This
It's weird.
Green.
Ooh,
Maybe they were dehydrated too.
probably. Who knows? Teenagers probably don't even drink water.
No.
No, because our kids do.
I started drinking like energy drinks in 8th grade, and from there I probably stopped drinking water.
Yeah, like why would you need to drink water if there's water in soda?
What's
Yeah,
water?
There's water in juice. Like everything has water in it that you drink.
Water, water, water.
If you haven't, drink some water today.
Yeah.
Regular water.
From the hose?
It's the best kind.
Yeah.
From the hose again. Drink some water. Hi.
I mean, if it's a brand new hose, it's probably similar to the tap.
If it's a brand new world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I bet if you have like old pipes in your house, the hose is probably the same.
Yeah. As long as you haven't run anything sketchy through your hose, like I use a hose, my hose for my water.
Mm-hmm.
I also use for pumping like drain stuff.
Oh, that's
So
some
I
sketchy
wouldn't
hose.
I wouldn't drink from that hose.
No, that's dirty hose.
Yeah.
Dirty hose. Like the gardening tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got those too.
Hose a little rusty.
Those little bent.
Sometimes you have to replace the handle. Or
Got to
do,
get a handle on your
do
hose.
the wedge again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What's the wedge again? What's my wedge again?
wedging.
Wedgie?
I'm glad that wedgies weren't as common as they were on TV.
Yeah. That was like the
Speaking
ultimate.
of pranks,
Yeah.
no one was ever strung up by the flagpole either at my school.
No.
Not once.
Dude, I actually.
Swirlies?
Not that I know of.
Same.
I mean, I didn't get one, but maybe someone did.
You were probably too large to get a swirly.
I was a big kid.
Here's-
Yeah, it would be a 3-person operation.
They
Yeah.
couldn't lift me up and put me in the toilet. No one
No.
could. There's
Here's
not
what-
enough people could fit in the stall.
Yeah.
That's why they took the doors off.
Yeah. So it'd be easier to do swirlies.
So they could get a fifth guy in there to lift someone up.
Hey, go get Johnny.
They would need a pulley system.
There's
So that comes running in.
a little cherry picker where they're pumping it like a,
Yeah.
like
Little
the lifts. Yeah. You just pump it down and it cranks up. Get the hook that on the chain, put it through the waistband.
Yeah.
Very.
Like, you guys could. Like,
Elaborate.
the principal comes. He's like, no, you guys look prepared.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna let this keep going. I want to see how much system you guys got set up.
He's just like, wow, that's amazing.
He's
How
like,
come
have
you
you
guys-
guys thought about joining the engineering club?
Yeah, I was about to say that. You guys engineering? No. Oh. Well, how did you build that?
Yeah.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Just-
Bullying,
Pulley
but
system?
with technology.
Yeah.
Bullying is bad.
Yeah.
We don't condone.
But technology is good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If you're learning, at least you're learning.
Yeah.
Learn technology.
Not that it makes up for it, but at least you're learning.
Yeah.
Remember, say thank you to your Google or Alexa also.
Also, if you use ChatGPT, tell it thank you every so often.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's too smart not to thank it.
It's true.
It said thank me. Thank you. It wrote the script tonight.
Hmm.
Everything we've said so far has been
Yeah, we've just been reading off the Chat GPT teleprompter.
weird. You probably could do a whole podcast that way.
It says
Probably.
hi. I'm
You know
Bernie."
how we were joking about doing a scripted podcast?
Yeah.
That would be an easy way to do it.
Yeah.
Because one time we were talking about just writing a whole hour, and we're like, no, that would be kind of hard to do. But they would pop it out in a minute or two.
Yeah, we'll just tell it like 3-4 topics and that's it.
That'd be kind of cool.
Hmm.
Like, cool, I mean, dystopian, but
Yeah, but that's where we're heading.
yeah. They say the distant future, but it's actually the dystopian future.
It's modern times.
Yeah.
Stone Age?
Yeah.
Modern times?
The modern Stone Age, yeah.
Modern Stone Age?
Your new band.
Are we in the Stone Age right now?
No, we're the Age of Stones.
What age is this?
Wrong
Electronics?
They
Nuclear?
Space?
Yeah.
Computer age?
Space?
It's, I think it's the
Microchips?
I don't think we're space yet. I mean,
Silicon Age or
we're
whatever.
like-
right? Silicon?
yeah. We're getting towards the space age, but we're not there yet.
This was the Silicon Age. Because of
Probably.
all the microchips.
Microchip.
We're about to get into the graphene.
Digital
age.
age.
Graphing?
Graphene?
Oh, yeah.
Is it digital age or that's past already?
That's kind of
I think that's now.
digital's kind of going to be
That's
probably for the
forever.
foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Well, because we're going to go into the augmented world too,
Wait,
right?
do you
Digital.
think when they invented stone tools, they're like, oh, this is it. This is the peak of technology. It's
Yes.
going to be stone from now on.
Well, because there was
Until metal came around, they were like stone.
stone,
forever.
and then what? Bronze and iron.
Copper, yeah.
Mm. There was a copper age?
Well, copper is like bronze,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bronze and then iron, I
Iron.
think. Yeah.
but
Then there, what is it else?
hunter gatherers
Age of Enlightenment, dude, the Renaissance.
used stone for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was a long time when they were just using stone tools.
Yeah.
They were just stone half the time too.
Maybe
They're,
it could have been, depending where they lived in the world.
they're just eating like random mushrooms. Like
Well, you hunt, and you gather, and sometimes you learn what to eat and what not to eat. Like,
Yeah.
I always wonder, like, how do they find out what was poisonous and what was not?
Someone would eat it. There's the medicine person and then his assistant. And the guy would just be taking notes like, okay, eat that. And then he's like, let's see what happens. Okay, now crush it up into a paste and rub it on your skin. All right, now smoke it. And he's just writing down all the,
And they're
okay,
like,
cool.
this isn't.
He's like, now that one, do that with that one. And that's how they just learn.
This isn't like
Trial by fire. Yeah.
what?
They probably lost a lot of guys.
Yeah.
It's like,
Wow.
oh, that kills you. Oh, that kills you too.
That
Yeah.
flower,
Well, the stuff around here kills you.
that flower is like, wow.
They probably like made like comparisons too, of like, oh, this thing that looks like this, don't eat this one. It
Yeah.
probably will get you too.
Mm-hmm.
This apple is very tasteful, but that tomato is poison.
Yeah, they thought tomato was poison for a long time.
It's because it was they had lead in their plates and the acid would absorb into the tomato
Mm.
and they would eat the tomato and they'd die from lead poisoning. That's why they thought tomatoes were
Oh,
poison.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So, moral of the story: don't eat off plates. Eat your tomatoes straight off the vine.
Yeah, don't eat lead.
don't
plates.
even like pick it. Just
No, just bite it on the vine.
yeah.
Moral of the story: don't eat lead. It's sweet, but don't eat lead.
What about those candies with the lead in them?
Don't eat them.
Oh.
They're delicious.
What about those glasses that are painted with lead paint and it makes your stuff taste sweeter?
What?
Don't glasses them.
The glasses that you like drinking glasses or like
Yeah.
eyeglasses?
Drinking glasses.
Oh, does it actually make it sweeter?
I don't think so.
Lead is pretty sweet.
Usually you don't paint the inside
And
of the
heavy.
glass. You paint the outside.
Lead,
But
lead-
the part you're holding has all the lead on it.
A lot of lead.
really
Mhm.
Yeah.
So much lead.
for what kind of cups?
Lead
Like
goes.
kids cups from like fast food restaurants that would give like a little kid's toy with the meals.
Like the glass cups. The
You mean the
plastic ones?
Shrek one is lead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I
It
drink out of that a
It
lot.
was, it was more than lead. It was like Narsen or whatever.
Did you guys ever drink from lead cups? I did.
I don't think
Probably,
I
I
ever
don't know.
had one of those Shrek lead cups. That was like the first
I think
edition.
I still have
I had
it.
a lot of the McDonald's merchandise, so probably.
So I saw like the Consumer Safety Product Committee work, and like they test kids' products for lead, and like stuff that's painted like kids' toys. A lot of them still have lead for some reason.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
You think they'd be done with that by now?
yeah, but they still do it.
Huh.
Why does it use lead in paint?
It makes the paint higher, not quality, but more durable,
Oh,
and it's
really?
a cheap additive. And a lot of
And it's
places don't
delicious.
care. They're just trying to sell cheap shit. So they're like, hey, here's some leaded paint. Hopefully it
Ooh.
gets by. Nobody notices.
So like, hopefully your kids don't eat the paint.
Yeah, well, they don't care.
Yeah, it gets absorbed through your skin anyway.
Yeah, you don't want to be handling it.
Like
Mm.
microplastics,
It's
Yeah.
alright. It's US citizens that are drinking lead water anyways.
Mm.
lead water.
Yeah.
They used to use leaded pipes in houses.
Oh yeah, huh?
So hopefully you have copper pipes in your house.
How old is that? When did they stop doing that? Because I got an old house.
You mean to stop using lead?
My house was
Yeah.
built in the 60s and it had galvanized pipes.
My house is older.
Oh,
Oh no.
gotta look up when they.
Hopefully they redid it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking they probably did.
Mm.
Probably.
How's your water taste?
Pretty sweet.
Nice.
That's why I call it sweet water.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Agua dulce.
Lead pipe.
Mm-hmm. Bye. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for
Rate
watching.
us 5 stars, thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Share it with a friend who likes drinking water.
Drink water.
If you listen on Spotify, subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come watch us. Come see our pretty faces.
Come back next week for episode 11.
Yeah, man.
Have a nice week.
Drop a comment where country you live in, because
Yeah.
we have a lot of non-Americans.
So
We're
where
just
you at?
curious.
Yeah. We're not trying to ask you to like dox yourself. Like you don't need to tell us the city,
No.
Yeah.
the country.
Even just country, not even like region.
Yeah.
No.
Say here.
Yeah.
We want your specific latitude and longitude.
Yeah.
Oh no, your GPS coordinates.
Yeah.
Don't put that.
Do not dox yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Have a good week.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
And you'll see us next time
Bye bye.
right here.
At the still.
Unnamed.
Pod.
But